Let's put our hands together and welcome the online audience. People that, well, yes, you did well to make that shout. People that watch us on Spirit TV, thank you so much for making this your home, and we are excited to have you any day, anytime. My name is Phionah Kwagala. I am a Christian life coach. I am a wife and a mother of two beautiful and handsome children, Karis Kwagala and Kairos Kwagala. I smile when I'm talking about them because when they ask me my profession, what I say is I'm a professional mother. That's the thing I feel like I do really well. Parenting, it comes so easy. And so I try to mentor teens and young adults. And I am a pastor. It's a shock. Oh yes, I pastor Worship Harvest Masanafu, and of course, given this opportunity, I'll send greetings to those guys. I love you. You are my family. And in the Mentorship Academy, I have been mentored by Bahati, sponsored by Bahati, made by Bahati, fully. Like, what can I say? What should I say? Yes, she has seen me since I was about 20. Oh yes, I wasn't married, I was a young girl, and she has walked this journey with me to date. She has been with me, and I'll tell you that she has been a covering to me. I call her a prophet. The reason is she has spoken so many words in my life, and they have come to pass. One of those I always like to highlight is about my marriage. I was giving up on my husband because of reasons that came up towards our wedding, and he was like, we are pushing this until what? And I told her, you know what, I don't want to stand this nonsense, please. Like, yeah, I'm beautiful, I am educated, I'm not broke. They're not helping me to marry me, I'm leaving. And she told me, okay, I'm listening. Thank you. If we removed everything that is giving you stress right now, and we left Eric and you in the room, would you choose Eric? I was like, absolutely. I love him, but all these things that are surrounding us, it's okay. I'm letting him go. So she said, so because you would choose him again. We shall be fine. Yeah, we shall be okay. We had people around us. We had a lot of things around us. And guess what? Now when I introduce to you my husband, shout out to Pastor Eric Kwagala, I'll say the most supportive husband, the most loving man, the most, the father or the best father. But guess what? I was giving up on this thing. So I celebrate Coach Bahati because that is quite fundamental. And she has done so many things. So many things. I've shared these things over and over to you guys in the mentorship. So today I'm privileged to sit in for her. Put your hands together for me. How can she even trust that at a glance, come, take over the session, and the session is going to go on, pray with me. But let's do this. Let's do this. So we are talking about double-mindedness, and as we prepare, people watching us on the screen, I'm so certain you are like, okay, this is a conversation. Yes, it's a conversation because we have people in the room, and we take on this conversation with them. We do not just speak. It's not just inspiration. It's transformation. Oh, yes. And Coach Bahati hinted that we are talking about double-mindedness. And I ran straight to think about what could double-mindedness be for a person who is getting activated. Over and over in this season, we've been talking about the next level, things you need to go to your next level. And we have a number of people around us that are going to the next level in their education, in their careers, in their marriages, in their parenting. Maybe you are a mother of one and now you are a mother of two. It's another level. If you've been married for 1 year and you make 2 years in marriage, it's another level. If you have been a receptionist and then maybe now you are an office assistant, I don't know, whatever you are becoming, you are taking a next level. And guess what? You always have a contention between where you are and where you're going. There is a way your mind is set to be used to the things you have done over and over again. And we call that habits. When you do not brush your teeth and you eat, how does it feel like? I see the facial expressions. I don't know how that is for you, but it feels weird. When you dress up and you do not have a panty or you do not have something in, how does that feel like? Where is it written that you're supposed to do those things? Who sees them even? Who notices? Who is supervising your brushing? But because you've done this over and over and over, it has become a part of you. And what happens is we always get used to the levels we have been at, and crossing over into our next levels causes us double-mindedness. There is a wise man who said, you cannot expect different results by keeping on doing the same things. That is insanity. If you're really expecting different results, the thing is you're going to do different things. And now your mind is in contention. But this is what we have always been doing. Why are you now telling us to wake up at 5 a.m.? Are we the customers? Like waking up at 5 a.m. and praying, can't God hear us if we pray at 8? Like, why does someone have to suffer? Like, it's God who put up the night for sleeping. Now, why should you wake up and pray? Have you ever tried to make your body fast? What happens? Your body will tell you always you're not hungry by 10. You actually forget to eat and remember at 1 that you didn't have something to eat. But the day you choose to fast, what happens? Your body tells you, no, please. You cannot fast. We are very hungry. We need something to drink. Do you hear those aromas? Do you smell those aromas? That is nice. This is beautiful. Hey, the body starts to make a lot of noise because you are taking another level. Now, the double-mindedness kicks in because at the thought of taking another level, your spirit knows what you are talking about. Your body doesn't. Your body is comfortable. You're getting out of your comfort zone, getting into a place that is uncomfortable, but no growth happens in comfortable zones. No growth happens in comfortable zones. When everything is right, nothing is happening. Remember your life. When was the last time you really saw change happening to you because you have done nothing? Growth is intentional, and the intentionality is painful. I've seen her consistently posting on her social media platforms. You guys, I want to just hire someone to do that. Like, I can't. Okay, I can, but I have not yet done it. But when you ask people who are consistently doing it, it is not easy. Sometimes you're emotional. Sometimes you don't want. Sometimes you don't have what to say. Remember, it doesn't matter how you're feeling. You have to portray that you're feeling good. And so, you have to go. Now, the double-mindedness hits in. And it's like, but don't you see? You're not okay. Yeah. Ofachi. Chichenyo. Everybody can understand. You're sick. Like, who is paying you? Do you remember that the last time you posted, you only had 2 likes? So who exactly are you talking to? Do you get those vibes, or it's only me? And you have to defy them and tell them, you know what? Me, when I'm posting this post, actually, I'll be the first one to like it. So it is my post. It is not for anyone. I am posting it. That is not in the comfortable zone. So let's dive into understanding what double-mindedness is. The first thing that describes being double-minded is asking while doubting. Have you ever prayed to God and you are like, God, give me a handsome man. He should be dark-skinned. I wouldn't mind dimples. He should be a hunk. Please, Lord. Slim, I don't want that. Yeah, I like the beard. And then a man walks to you in that very demeanor, and then you are like, it can't be. Those handsome people, no. It is so good to be true, and actually maybe that guy wants something from me. How can that man be the one running after? Has it happened? Yeah. But you asked. But you asked. Many times we make prayers, and we make the prayers and we forget them. That day when you were desperate and you had no clients coming your way, you made a prayer and told God, God, I need clients. I need clients. And when clients come to you, do you know what you say? I don't know. Don't these people have something to do? Every time texting me, every time texting me, every time texting me. Clients are coming your way and you're in the shop on TikTok. You ask, but you're doubting. You do not believe that what you have asked, God is actually doing. Now remind yourself or check yourself. What did you ask? And why are you doubting? Because God is already working. The doubt is going to hit in. That day a client is going to text you and ask you, how much are your sessions? Kumbe, you have been posting on your status, on your IG, on your Facebook, and saying, you guys, I'm a Christian life coach, and I can help you with all depression issues, with all mental health what. And please follow the link to see my YouTube. And now someone slides into your DM telling you, I am going through something very hectic, and I would like to meet a counselor. And you're like, Coach Fifi, this person needs help. So what exactly are you advertising? Clearly, is this message getting home? Do not be double-minded. You're the person for the assignment. Say it to yourself, I am the person for the assignment. Self-doubt is the loudest voice in the minds of greatness. All great people keep on hearing a voice telling them, you're not ready, you are not ready, it is not yet done, it would have been okay, but the hair, you would have texted, but now, you would be the person to go but you did not make up. The moment Coach Bahati told me, I'm like, you girl, I'm very tired. I've just come in to relax here and listen in. Now you're telling me to come on screen? My lipstick, my words. I'm the person for the assignment. You are the person for the assignment. If you prayed and asked God for it, He has done it. God will not tell you that tomorrow I'm taking you on TV. Let me ask, if I wasn't in the room, do you think Coach was going to say, all of you, let's say the grace and go? He was going to pick on any of you here to come and take it on. The question is, are you ready? Okay, let's leave the are you ready alone. Let's ask ourselves, have you prayed about being on TV? Have you made some prayers that you need connections, you need to be on TV? Have you tried to think about it? When you prayed, they told you how will it be? How will the application for being on TV be? Showing up in such a room when you are shabby, when you are not smart enough, when you do not have anything ready to present, is doubt. This is a media station. They could choose on you when the person they're supposed to have in the studios is not around. And they're like, can you talk about this quickly? Always have your notes ready. The things you're asking God for should be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. If they contacted you at Spirit TV and they told you we are discussing this about children, would you come in and say something about children? Have you written down your 50 things around that niche that you have, that anyone who brings on a conversation around those things, you are able to pull it off? Have you researched? Have you educated yourself? Do you have some PowerPoints ready for just an opportunity coming around? Or you're simply asking? You see, faith without works is dead. It's double-mindedness to ask while you're doubting. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. Let's do it. It's double-mindedness. As you head out into the activated world, very many doors are opening up for you. But your talent can cause you to get into the room. But your competence will maintain you in the room. You may have the degree, you may be the right color, you may be the right person, but if you're not performing, between me and you, we shall replace you. So as you're asking for a promotion, as you're geared up for the next level, as you're ready and you are like, God, I cannot wait. I want to see the church becoming big. Be ready for the devils of the next level. There is nothing to say about it. Jesus says he's giving us 100% here on earth, pleasures to enjoy. But you miss the other part, 100% persecution as well. There is no good life that is easy life. That's why the wealthy take too much time awake. They go to bed last and they wake up first. Check your schedules. If you are sleeping by 8 and waking up by 10, it explains your bank balance. We are talking about double-mindedness. The next aspect that can explain to you double-mindedness is listening and not doing. I'm so certain we have been here, watched 100 and more videos, attended physical and live sessions. We have gone to church, we have prayed, we have read books. If I'm to ask, how many books have you read this year? This number. We have attended sermons. Oh my God. Every Sunday, it's like as if everybody has to be in church. We have notebooks. They get used up and we get new ones. Just get me the notebook of last year. I want to check the action points of the things you noted. You see, hearing alone does not transform your life. God blesses the doers, not the hearers. It is the truth that you know that makes you free. Now, the problem with the word know is people think that when you read about it, you know it. The word know, as used there, is intimate. To know someone intimately, it means you know them in and out. Until you are intimate with your niche, until you're intimate with that career, until you're intimate with healing, with finances, you will not be free. Everything I've spoken about has principles that hold it. Hearing about those principles cannot transform you. What can transform you is doing what they say. If I pick on the principles around finances, money increases the more you give it. Money increases if you invest it. Money increases if you tithe it. Now, if you break the rule of tithing, 10%, rule number 1 down. If you break the rule of saving, you receive your 1 million and you eat it and you even need balance. Rule number 2 broken. If you are eating the money and you are not even investing anything, so there is no way the money is growing. Rule number 3 broken. You're going to live in a temporal lifestyle financially. Why? Because money doesn't stay in places it is disrespected. Money is not for tolerating. If when you have it, you feel like it's itching, you feel like you have to spend it, you feel like you need to check Instagram and see who brought new arrivals, you feel like you can't rest, it will go. It will go to the people, because the people that are putting up on Instagram, do you know why they're putting up on Instagram? It's because they're looking for your money. So it will go to them. Hello? So double-mindedness is you hearing these things and then you go back and continue not tithing, continue not saving, continue not investing. Do you have an emergency fund? You hear about these things. Why aren't you doing anything about them? You are double-minded if you keep on being in a space of inspiration and yet you're not inspired. As in, you come for inspiration, to be inspired, to do something. If you're not doing something actively, then what to do? You are informed, not transformed. Have you had conversations with people who know everything about everything? Then you wonder, but now, if you know how much the cars are, why don't you have one? They even advise you how you should do what you're doing. But then for them, they are not doing it. You don't want to be that person. That is double-mindedness. Whatever you're listening to, when you sit in such a class, make up your mind and be like, amongst everything that has been said, I am choosing to go and act on this one thing. And have a reference that when I attended that class, this is what I did. You're better off sleeping. Why are you watching if you're not willing to do anything about it? So it's double-mindedness for you to listen in, to read, to attend conferences. Every conference around town, you will be there. Even if it is for paying, you will go. But when they ask you what you have done with what you know, that is where the problem starts from. That is double-mindedness. If you're listening, up your doing game. Listening goes together with doing. And the scripture of the Bible will tell you, I said it like the way Caris says it, the scripture of the Bible says, God blesses doers and not hearers. So the blessing is available. The question is, what are you doing? You're going to move around with a title. I'm a mental health coach. There is a place called a mental health coach. And there is a place of being a mental health coach. I see people, when you tell them to introduce themselves, I am this, and this, and this, and this. When you check their results, it's a shock. It is not the title, it is the work you're going to do with a certification that is being given to you. That's why I told you, it is not a graduation. You are being launched, it is giving birth to that thing that you've always desired in your heart. So you've not arrived, you are just starting. Yeah, you are just starting. I don't know, when I entered the Equip office, and I keep on telling the core team, the people that I work with, the first day I entered that office, I started preparing for my leaving. Everything I'm doing right now is to prepare me for my leaving. Because the moment God allows you into a level, He has provision for you to go to the next level. Where we miss the point and the mark at is getting into marriage and you're like, now I have the ring. What is it about? No, having the ring is not the marriage. Respecting that man is the work. Taking care of those children is the work. Building the home is the real work. Handling maids. Double work. What else? Dealing with in-laws. Dealing with society. Dealing with infertility. All these things. This is what you've signed up when you have your certificate like this. You are like, I'm ready for whatever is coming. So when you get into a marriage and you're like, what I wanted was the ring and I've got it, now what are you telling me? You've missed it. The moment they promote you and now you are the CEO and you feel like being the CEO is the top of the world, you start disrespecting everyone, you don't want to know, you're missing the point. Getting into a next level is to prepare you to go to the next level. Until Jesus comes back, there is always a next level for you. So, the comfortability you are in right now, wherever you are at, is unnecessary. That is bad news. That sounds rude. The comfortability you are enjoying right now is unnecessary. I had to calm down saying it because, it is unnecessary. You are double-minded. If you're really looking forward to becoming greatness, you need to practice. You need to start to wear the shoes of greatness. You need to be ready to wear a smile when everything behind you is a turmoil. You need to be ready to show up when everything around you says you cannot show up. You need to be willing to do what you know. The path of the just shines brighter and brighter until the perfect day. God is amazing. If you are not practicing speaking by 1 minute, you will not be perfect in 5 minutes. And you will never do 30. And no one will entrust you with an hour. Oh, yes. Yeah. If you're waiting for the day they're going to invite you to TV, when you have failed to do it before your phone, in 1 minute, in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, and you're like, for me, I'm waiting for the radio, you're going to get on radio and the words are going to get lost. Imagine such an emergency, guys. You have come to be taught, and then they tell you, come and teach. And you have to deliver. What would it be like for you? Let's not go there. Double-mindedness is prophesying true faith and not living up to it. You keep on prophesying about yourself. I'm the righteousness of God. I am holy. I am a true worshiper. I am this. And then you are not living up to the standards of what you are saying. So you're saying it with your tongue, but you're contradicting it with your actions. That is true double-mindedness. If you really believe that you are a staunch Muslim, show it in your dress code, show it in your actions, meet the swala, do everything you're supposed to do. But you're here telling us how much of a born again you are. And then on Sunday, you had a very long week. You cannot show up for fellowship. And then at church, you do not serve. For you, you are a kingdom financer. You serve with your money. Wow. Does that mean for us who are pastors, we don't give? But me, I give money. When they ask you what is your ministry, me, I give money. I know I'm shaking so many drinks on the table, but you will be fine. If you are a Christian life coach, we want to see you living up to it. Yeah. If you are a mental health coach, don't disturb our minds by posting children, at a teenage parenting, at a what. Live up to what you have declared to live up to. If you're a business coach, live up to what you have said you are. Give us, when I am frustrated with my business, let me think about your page, that I'm going to go and scroll through this page for all business hints. Let people attach something to your name. Whatever you're professing, saying about yourself, live up to it. You see, this business of being a motivational speaker who tells people, save. You people, you're supposed to save 20% of all your income, and your saving account has 0. John C. Maxwell says, you can teach whatever you want, but you will only impart who you are. The only reason that's why I'm able to teach this is because it is part of me. Where did I prepare it from to come and minister it? If you are a work in progress, so I'm not telling you to work to perfection, but as you're teaching it to others, iron sharpens iron. Teach it to yourself. Tell people about saving, save. Tell people about investing, invest. Tell people about emergency funds, open up the emergency funds. Tell people about 5 accounts, my business accounts, money what, do it. That's the only way you can pass on the message that you're telling people. Otherwise, people are tired and sick of motivational speakers because they say things they are not doing. Have you ever been under a leader who is always instructing, do this, do this, do this, do this. And for them, they're folding their hands like this. How does that feel like? How about working with a leader who is also working? You are leaders, you are leading, and so whatever you're professing, make sure you're living up to it. It's double-mindedness for you to say something different and do something different. I don't expect that nonsense of do what I say. Never. Shouldn't be heard out of you. If they have trusted you and given you a contract, come and do this job, go. Give them professional slides. Deliver up to the standard of people. It's a visual world. Don't fill them with a lot of notes. Make professional. If you can't make the professional slides, pay someone to do it for you guys. Competence is everything in this game. You're not going to be there and be like, me, I don't know how to make slides, but I have the good words, I'm going to come and speak. You will retain some percentage and you will lose another percentage. Up your game. Yeah. These days I'm working for a corporate company where we are delivering HR solutions, change management, culture transformation. Guys, you know another person. If you thought you know me, you know a different person. I'm telling you. We recently hosted an event that had 1,500 people in the room. And that shows you that every level has a different devil. You think we got those people in the room by saying, okay, you people, you come, we are waiting for you. The hard work. Some of you were in the room, and you saw how I was everywhere. Why is this not working? Why is this not working? This is here. What is this? But for you, when you look at the pictures, you are like, wow, so beautiful. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. Say to yourself, I have to do the work. I have to do the work. Double-mindedness is using the same tongue to curse and then using it to bless. I'm trying to write Coach Bahati's topic. You're using the same tongue to bless and the same tongue to curse. That is double-mindedness. You are the same person. This year I'm going to cut down 15 kgs. When you go into the mirror, you're like, Deva nang in zinama monde ndabi. Deva zinawe ngezirabe tama. Never nang. What happened to positive confessions and affirmations? And aligning your mind to what you have decided to do. There is everything to do with positivity in this thing. You have something called a subconscious mind that registers everything that you say. The moment you tell yourself, never na egoliao nawe, negoliko gako oliao geja bugezi okolotia, your mind puts it in work. Yes. Then you will start to eat everything. But if you tell yourself, I'm supposed to be in shape, I have to walk at least 10,000 steps a day, and I have to skip at least 15 minutes every day. It doesn't matter how hectic a day is. Even if I refuse to do it, my mind is always reminding me. You did not skip, no. Yeah. You're eating rice alone. That is not good goals for your weight. You didn't take any refuges. You don't have water. My body is always speaking because I have told it over and over. We are not going past 65. So you're using the same tongue to bless and the same tongue to curse. As you're saying, I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to be wealthy. Then you say, when they bring for you something, you're like, as iPhone zabagaga. If you've been to, or you're good about trouble. What we have been to Jacobisobola. And then you're the same person you want to, when they ask who wants to be wealthy. But all the disciplines around you are for poor people. Why don't you tip people? Why don't you tip?
I think I don't
You think you don't have enough. That's why you don't have enough, because that's what you think. How much do we tip? 2K, 1K. You guys, let's put it as low as 1K. You don't have the 1K to tip someone? You know why you don't? Because you have a poverty mindset. You don't want anything to leave you. You are always a taker, you can't give. No, I don't know. They just threw me into these waters. So I'm trying to fight for my life. I'm trying to navigate. Yeah, why don't you tip? This morning, the guy who helps me, I call him my loyal driver. I called him and told him, where are you? I want you to drop me at work. And he told me, Musumba, nasuza mudwaliro, omwana wange ali bubi. Omwana ayokya, senyiga muluma nnyo. Ne mugamba mugenze mudwaliro ki? Mukola ki? Kati mugenda kola mutya? Is everything okay? The moment I dropped the call, I made a prayer. The moment I dropped a call, I sent him 50,000. And I told him, let that be a starting point. Get some drinks for the child. And I moved on to work. This guy helps me drop everything. Whenever I want to drop this, I want to do this. I want to go here, I want to go here. If he is in a crisis, what do I lose? To stand with him. What do you lose when you tip your maid besides the salary that you give them at the end of the month? You find the kids clean, they have all well fed, they are all rested, they are fine, and you can't even bless that person. But rather, you want to curse them because there is a rag that was not washed. That is double-mindedness. That is double-mindedness. There are things that matter, that we should give priority. Don't use the same tongue to bless and then use it to curse. Look at the good in every little thing that is around you. Before you start telling people, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? The question is, what did they do? Appreciate them for that. Appreciate them for that. And I know you can go deeper and deeper with cursing. But some of you, the words you speak about your husbands, it doesn't look like they give you any food at home every other day. You have forgotten about the fact that they make you warm whole nights. That is a contribution. If you've tried sleeping, I don't know, I tell my friends who have long distance relationships, I tell them I honor you. Yeah. Have you tried sleeping in the bed by yourself? It's different. Even those nights you choose to have smanny silent treatment, where everybody is taking the other side and the other side, it's different. So as you're complaining about everything they have not done, what have you complimented them about what they have done? Maybe the action point for this is get to write down some people that you're going to appreciate for the good things they have done for you. They may look like they are small, but yeah, bless them. Bless them. Bless them. Double-mindedness. Coach Bahati said I should talk about double-mindedness. Claiming wisdom, but when it's actually earthly wisdom, is double-mindedness. James chapter 1, verse 5. I always love context. Maybe let's start from verse 2. I'm reading from the New King James Version, which says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If anyone of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and not without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. For let not the man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Can you pick on all the points I shared with you? Asking and not believing is double-mindedness. He says that is double-mindedness. I don't know what you're taking away from this, but the thing is, as you are going to your next level, the greatest thing you're going to struggle with is double-mindedness, because it is a contention between your spirit and your body. Your body is saying, for us, we are comfortable. We actually would like to spend 1 million. And your spirit is saying, I have learned the concept of 20, 10, 30, percentage. And so, when 1 million comes in, 100,000 is going to be tithe. 200,000 is going to be savings. 100,000 will go to my giving account. You know why you don't tip? Because you don't update your giving account. You need to save towards giving. And do not outgive your giving account. If 10 people are wedding in the month of July and the budget for that month was 500,000, tell them, guys, the month was 500,000. If this one is more honorable than this one, then give this one the 500,000 and let the others wait. It is respect. Anyway, after these divisions, your head will learn to live within your means. The only reason that's why you're not living within your means is because you have not put in place a system or a structure to govern that. And that's where the double-mindedness hits in. You talk about saving, but in literal sense, you do not save. Because you don't have a saving system. Get your bank connected to your phone that you can send the money via mobile money if you're indisciplined. You are a work in progress, so it is not a problem for you not to be able to save the money, you eat it. Just know that when it comes in, the first thing you do is you put it on the account. That is a system that is going to help you. But your body will tell you, you will wait, you will update it when you get time. You will wait, you will do it when you will wait, you will, until you will not do it at all. Double-mindedness will tell you like someone, and then you start looking at them and start feeling like bekoza, beraga, baloza bamanyi. But you look at them and you're like, you like them, they inspire you, you follow them, and they are good. But then your inner mind is telling you the small voices of, I think they are the best. Now, why did they say that? So they want to make us think that for them they are already making it. Don't allow your mind to speak to lead you into speaking against the people that you're looking at for mentorship. You will not receive from them. You won't. Double-mindedness is you being certified as you're going to be certified as a coach. And then you take your certificate and put it in your sitting room and totally do nothing. With all these resources, Katonda jakuba gwe kiboko. Because an entire generation is behind you. Businesses are going to be saved. People are going to prosper in personal growth because of you. Leaders are waiting for your inspiration. The world is hungry for change. And guess who is there to change them? You. You are the person for the assignment. When you choose to sit back, to lay back, and do nothing with everything that you know you are mean, you are double-minded. I thought I would bring some good news. The last point was claiming wisdom, but when it's actually earthly wisdom. The scripture tells us about two kinds of wisdom. There is wisdom that we have copied from people. And there is the wisdom of God. I have learned to honor principles. Because principles are not ethnic. They do not have a religion. They do not care where you come from. When you throw up something, even if you are in Iraq, even if you are in Uganda, it will come back down. When you give, it shall come back to you in full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Men shall bring to your bosom. Not the ones you gave. God just has a system of monitoring it to work. Others will give you. You're very lucky if the ones you gave are the ones who are giving you. It is not happening like that in my world. But see, he said give. He didn't say that the ones you're giving will give to you. He says men shall bring. So whoever gives, however wicked they are, they will receive. Yeah. That's why the rich are continuously becoming rich, because they are saving, they are investing, yeah, and they are giving. And you, in all the fullness of the Holy Spirit upon you speaking in tongues, you are stagnant. You are not prospering in wealth because you have not observed the principles that govern wealth. God has principles that are going to accelerate you and activate you to your next level. Stop looking at earthly wisdom. Go back to your God and find out what does he have to say about marriage. We are doing our marriages basing on Instagram. We are doing our marriages basing on women emancipation. We are doing our marriages basing on who we had doing what. We have lost it. What does God say about marriage? What are the principles? Wives, submit to your husbands. Men, love your wives. That is the principle. When do they love them? As Christ loved them. How did he love them? When they were still sinners, he died for them. Do everything for your wife, no matter what she's not doing. Yours is to love her and God will bless it. But do you know what? Because we are not honoring principles, we are crying. Marriages are hard. Poverty is a lot. You guys stop talking about poverty, especially in my presence. You are alone. People have the money. People have the money. Recently, my friend and I took ourselves out at CJ's and they told us to wait. There was no space. Do you know how much meals are at?
Breakfast is 38.
Thank you. There is no space. We have come for a breakfast hangout and there is no space. You're crying. Come on, Paula. People who are observing the principles are actually getting the results. Ask yourself the part in your life that is not well aligned. Even if it is health. If you're not drinking enough water, that's why you have headaches. The devil has no business with that. Your body needs water.
It's not the devil.
No, please. Your body needs water. It's just a signal that your body needs water. Stop cursing. Stop chasing demons. They're not there. They're not there. You don't eat on time. You don't sleep enough. You don't drink enough. And you say that you have stomach problems. It is clear. That is why you have the ulcers. Your intestines keep on grinding nothing. And so the ulcers are wounds. We waste a lot of time in the prayer closet. There's that Nigerian guy who found someone praying so loud. And they asked him, but what are you praying for? 500 naira. They said, please receive the 500 naira. Let us deal with God. Let us deal with God. We have serious business. Let's talk to God seriously. So some of you, you're there, I need deliverance. What is your problem? The stomach is always paining me. Let's look at your health habits. You know why your skin is the way it is. Because you don't want to go through the hassle of skin care, which is supposed to be a daily routine. It's too personal. Woman of God. Please, you know you are actually following all the skin people and what they are doing, and you're like, you know what, guys? I see you. I see you. Me, let me be here. That is double-mindedness. If you know what it takes, do the work. No one grows by accident. Double-mindedness is for you to expect growth without intentionality. Growth is intentional. Activate the principles of God about health. Activate the principles of God about Intellect, the more you hear, the more you should do. If you're tired of doing, don't hear. Because it doesn't matter how much you hear it, it's not going to transform you. Only the things you're doing are the ones that are transforming you. If you don't believe it, don't ask for it. Double-mindedness is asking with doubting. Don't forget your prayers. If you prayed for it, God is in the business of blessing people. What makes you doubt that he has blessed all of us and he's not going to bless you? You see me here? I'm the most loved in the world. I am God's favorite. Yeah, it has everything to do with what I believe, not what you think. I'm the favorite. Like every time he's turning around, he's like, my girl, all these blessings should come to you. You need to prepare an event and it is successful. You need to have lovely babies. Your babies should capture all scripture. Your husband should love you so much. Your businesses should prosper. That's what God thinks about me. And I've told my subconscious mind about it. Even if I fail, I get up and say, that was just an event. It is not me.
For you can't fail.
Me, I cannot fail. That was an event. But you see, you're still stuck where you failed because you do not speak to yourself. You don't remind yourself about who you are. Friends, that's my submission about double-mindedness.